All right, Quester J, Mr. Hockett, you guys are in for a little treat. You guys who are here a little early, uh, Taste Tester number one has recently gotten a bass guitar. Now, I don't know if you guys are into that or anything like that, but Taste Tester number one has a bass guitar, and I know I'm early, that's the whole point. He asked me if I could go live or start the live stream a few moments early and we could kind of have a little guess that or name that tune. So there's 6 of you guys here. All right. So uh just by a show of comments like hands. All right. So we got Jimmy from Cuff and Stuff Barbecue. Let's see. Mr. Hackett, you still here or did you go away? Quester J, what's up, man? Did you go away? Oh, excuse me. So what I wanted to do is because I actually went live again. So Rougeroo Barbecue, 589 Barbecue, Mr. Hockett. All right, he's still here. Okay, so there are 12 of you guys on the live stream currently, and what I was explaining was Taste Tester number one got a bass guitar a few weeks ago, and he's been practicing. Let's turn that off. He's been practicing, and he asked me if he could go live or he could play for you guys for a few moments before the live stream actually starts at 9. So he wanted to do a little bit of a name that tune. So hopefully you guys are with it. And yeah. All right. Played guitar all his life. He says Jimmy says he's game. All right, so let's switch the camera. All right. Holy cow. Let's all right. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Kirk, what's going on? Yeah, I am early. So you missed the explanation. So Taste Tester number one. All right. He has a new bass guitar. So show them the bass. And he wanted to play do a little name that tune for you guys. Caden, I don't believe he knows any George Strait, and this is also a bass guitar, not a regular 6-string guitar. So, whenever you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Louisville Slugger, how you doing? All right, so let's see. Kirk, no corn. Do you know any corn? He doesn't know corn. Oh, shoot. Corn is a band. Not right now. All right, go ahead and try again. Well, actually, do you guys know? Yeah, play that one that you played again.
Okay.
Oh, the artistic draw on the. All right, let's see. Cream.
That's the band.
Okay, so what's the name of the song?
You're asking me?
No, I'm asking them. Guys, what's the name of the song? Because I just kind of know the riff. I never knew the name of the song. Wendell says YouTube Mr. and I can't see Marcus Miller. You know who that guy is? He said he's good to follow. He said good luck. Does Sunshine of Your Love? Really? Play it again. All right. I would have never put one and one together. I never would have thought that. All right. I guess next song. Wait. I could only play that on Guitar Hero PlayStation. He said after 2 days. All right. So that's probably why. You know, it's so funny. I have a coworker who said that his children learned a lot of older songs because of Guitar Hero. All right. Kent, what's going on? Ironic sweats. All right.
Oh.
What?
Can you say the name again?
Ironic sweats.
I think that might be Germany.
Yeah, it says ironic sweats.
Isn't it? It shouldn't be iconic.
No, it says ironic. IRON.
Then I may not be in. I don't know.
Maybe he doesn't know how to spell. Jeremy, is that you? Is that you, Jeremy? So let's see. I guess this is good job. Taste tester number 1. Kent, how you doing this evening? Go ahead. Well, actually, no. You guys, can you guess that? Name that tune. Play it one more time. Oh. No, he said it was not. This is ironic sweats, not. So this is not your friend. Yep. All right, I am still up. All right, anybody, any guesses on the song? Crap. I might have to pause the live stream for a second. I got somebody sending me a direct message on Instagram. He's trying to get some food. Sure, one more time.
Okay.
Mr. Hawkins says he doesn't know this one. No, you don't need to turn it up. All right, cool. All right. All right. Nobody knows that one? That one is called Feel Good by the Gorillas. I know that one. That was like a mid-2000s song. All right. Let's see. Perfect. Hold on. Somebody picking up food.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead and keep playing though.
Okay. I can't see what's being guessed though.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go ahead and play.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm using my phone for a live thing, so I couldn't reply. Hold on. You know, I got. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So I can play.
Let me know what you think about the chicken. Oh well, you know, it's still makes me feel good to hear, nice words. All right, be easy. All right. Okay. Sorry, I'm slacking on my duties here. All right, let's see. The Beatles originally had Michael Jackson redid for the Moonwalker movie Billie Jean. Yes. So you were doing.
So I was playing Come Together and Billie Jean.
Okay. Whoops. All right, you got 2 more minutes.
Me?
Yes, you. All right, so Louisville Slugger says second song is Billie Jean. Yes. Anything else you have? Any more?
Sure.
He's now, mind you, he's had this guitar for
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Come together right now. What's so funny?
Nothing.
Yes. I. Yeah, it's alright. Try again. Try again. Don't apologize. Just try again. He's taste tester number 1, Mr. Hockett. It's alright. Alright. Little Slugger says play Little John. He doesn't know any Little John. You said what?
Not on here.
Yeah, not on that. Thank goodness. That right answer. Alright. You got 1 more minute. Yeah, Mr. Hockett, it's okay. Taste tester number 3 was trying to come in earlier, but I answered a question off camera. Anything else?
Do you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, how about 24?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
24 or 5, or no, 25 or 6 to 4. What's going on, Sean? All right. So,
I got one more.
all right, come on, quickly. Stop apologizing.
I just learned how to play it yesterday. I'm sorry.
So try one more time. It's kind of tricky. The open, and then it's 3 open, and then 5. See, I know that one. Ha! All right. So what I didn't tell you guys is I'm actually kind of trying to learn as well. But no, I do not. I know better. He asked me if I wanted to play something. I'm not ready for that yet. Yes, it is a Fender Jazz. Apparently, there was some modifications done to that particular, like to the neck and the pickups, and it has some work done to it apparently. I kind of went into the store and I said, okay, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, and the guy started showing me different things, and then he picked the one that my son has up, and he's like, ooh. I'm like, ooh. He's like, yeah, ooh, this one. He's like, hold on, let me show you. So he proceeds to play a couple things on that one, and then he played a couple things on another guitar, and the difference in sound was remarkable. So that's why you have that one. There's your origin story behind your 4-string bass. Good night. Turn off the light over there. All right. So, in case you missed it or wondering what was going on, my son has been asking for a 4-string bass, or he asked for a 4-string bass. So kind of went out a couple weeks ago and just bit the bullet and got one for him. Getting a 4-string bass, getting a bass is not just getting a bass. You gotta get the bass. You gotta get a strap. You gotta get a cord. You gotta get an amp. You gotta get there's a lot of there's a barrier to entry. So I got him all of those things that he needed for him to be able to play, and he has genuinely taken to it, and he was very proud, and he wanted to play for you guys. He's played for my wife, myself, for my taste tester number 2, my other son, and then of course my daughter, taste tester number 3. But he wanted to play for you guys, so he asked me to start the live stream a few moments early and have a semi name that tune. So thank you guys for participating. Those of you guys who got in here early to witness that, really want to say thank you very much. If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. But if I haven't addressed you and hadn't said hi to you, now's your time to please comment so I can make sure to say hi. And thank you personally for spending some time with us. Or with me. Sean says, bravo. Yep, 25 or 6 to 4. So that was one of the songs that the guy in the store was playing. And I'm like, I know the song, but I don't know the name of the song. I thought it was like 24/7, 365, right? I knew it was a whole bunch of numbers, but I didn't know the name of the song. So then I finally figured it out and looked it up, and yeah, that was that. Now that song I can actually play pretty well, because that was one of the first songs that, well, I guess it's a riff. Don't get me lying, but I will tell you, I am actually learning a lot about the bass, a lot about it, and tabs. Wow, tabs. I won't say are easy, but even I can follow along with tabs. The problem I usually have is playing fast enough to keep time for the song. Um, and one of the things is if you don't know the time of the song ahead of time, just reading a flat tab, it'll be hard to get it. But if you do know the time of the song and the like, time and the spacing and things like that, it makes it a little easier. But anyway, enough about not putting up with, but for us for that. All right, Thomas Fuentes, how you doing this evening? I will let him know, Mr. Hackett. He is definitely practicing. Um, he really is definitely practicing. He practices almost every day. Um, I'm not here in the mornings because I go to work early, so I'm not here in the mornings when they head out. But he does. Yeah. Let's see. Maryland. If you're looking for lessons, look at Anthony Wellington. He's in Anne Arundel County. No lessons just yet. No lessons just yet. So thankfully, we live right down the street. So I'm just inside Baltimore City by Catonsville. So we are not too far away from Bill's Music. If you are familiar with that place. So I mean, Bill's Music is like 5 or 6 minutes up the road. And he is honestly, he's taken to, the problem is lessons in a specific times. That's kind of hard. So he's taken to getting lessons. There's a lot of useful information out there on YouTube. And for right now, we'll plant the seed and see how it goes and go from there. In case you didn't know, I'm pointing because there's his name there. Malicious is how you would say that. That is taste tester number one. Uh, uh, Barbecue Grill Masters Empire. I just like saying that whole thing. That's just. Jeff, how you doing this evening? Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue says, "What's up?" But so if you didn't know already, again, malicious there is taste tester number one, and if you look back at the comments, taste tester number one, there's a lot of kudos to you. So JB says, "Great job, number one." Mr. Hawkins says, "You did a great job. Keep up the practice, and you'll do great." There were some more, but you'll have to go back and read those. Taste tester number one. John, he says, "Hey," as in the middle of the barn, not like, "Hey, you." It's all right. How's that smoker build coming along, sir? Man, that 1,000-gallon propane tank, you got me a little envious. Definitely, not even a little envious. I'm big envious. He gonna have his own homemade, what was it, Moberg smoker? All right, I'm gonna apologize now. Today's been an extra long day for me. I got up this morning, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I started cooking. And I've been up almost all day. So, if you guys are aware, there's a trip I do. I go down to Ocean City, Maryland. I hang out with my friends, my car buddies. And there used to be a show in Ocean City or around Ocean City that was called H2O. The actual show is no longer in and or around Ocean City. It's now moved up to Atlantic City. But a lot of us still get together and hang out in Ocean City. And I will be down in Ocean City this weekend. I'm actually cooking and taking food. So with that being said, I got up early this morning. I started cooking. I cooked, it was 20 plus pounds of chicken. No, more than 20. Yeah, 20 plus pounds of chicken and 52 pounds of pork and a leg of lamb. So Kirk's leg of lamb was cooked, and he knows he's getting that Friday. And then what I do is I put and the reason why I wanted to talk about this tonight is because I put the food in 8-ounce cups. So, and then I send it, or excuse me, I take it out there with me. So I usually have a cooler full of food. Uh, hey, Richard's checking in from Catonsville, up the street. All right, so we got Smoking Bears up in here. Yes, Jeff, that was definitely a Crucial Conflict reference. Uh, how Doug says bass and barbecue go together. Well, you know what? I need the whole thing is I need something to do to occupy my time while I'm waiting on food to cook. No, 3 hours to go. No way. I look. I still have pork to pull. Like I actually. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Guys, almost finished. Just about 5 minutes. That's what's up. JB, that's great. Little Calamadas, how you doing? Hey, don't apologize for not being here at 9 o'clock. You actually were really late. Now you got to go back to the beginning of the actual stream and see what you missed. There was a small concert that happened. You missed it. Uh, I know John. John is funny. So Drive Crash or John, he says you're not here yet. You're missing it. Lots of sending it. I know, man. I know. I've seen some people take their whole vacation, like a week of vacation, to go down to Ocean City and try to become internet famous by doing whatever. And I've seen video already, pictures already. I haven't seen any arrests or any impounding of vehicles just yet, but I already know. John. And you know what? It's sad that it's come to that. It really is, because I've been going down to Ocean City for this show since 2011, and yeah. Yes, the banana, the March of the Bananas is on Saturday night. Um, Shoot, I have on this yellow shirt. I might have to wash it and take it and wear it on Saturday night. Yeah, Lou, he is actually, he's getting better, considering he's only had the guitar for 2 weeks. Seriously, 2 weeks. Or the bass. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. And you know, it really, I can't explain it. You know, like that one thing, most people can understand this when I put it into perspective and I say, this is like Christmas for me. It's a chance to get together with a lot of people and friends that I don't see, a lot of people that I've seen and or met via Instagram that I see in person. Like last year I met some YouTubers that I'd watched on YouTube, but obviously never met them in person, and it was cool seeing those guys. Rich says, what's up, my friends? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm about to head out on this midnight bicycle ride, but wanted to spend a few minutes with you before he does so. Rich has been going hard with the live streams. Like, he's been doing almost daily live streams, watching the trains go by. You know, not sitting at the dock of the bay, but he's sitting on the dock at the train stations all around. Is it Wallingford? Yeah, I think it's Wallingford. And it's pretty dope. Hey, did you ever go back into that building that you went into the other night? I haven't caught the live streams. Like, if I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I try not to, because it's kind of hard. I want to go home. Oh man, John, sorry to hear that. No worries, Rich. Hey, Rich. You know, that's just next time you come this way, you'll have to make sure to you either make more time or I'll have more food available for you, and then you'll stop. Then you'll stop. That's usually the deciding or slash determining factor. All right, but speaking of food, let me show you this. All right. So this is how I make this very easy on myself, and I'm able to sell food out of the car while I'm in Ocean City. So what I do is I put everything into an 8-ounce cup. This is an 8-ounce cup. I measure it out 7.5 ounces of actual meat and then a half ounce of barbecue sauce. So we have our full 8 ounces, and everything is refrigerated and or chilled. These go into a cooler. There's ice packs that go in and on top of the cooler, and as people buy them, I sell the chicken at a slight discount, and I bumped up the price on the pork. I'm selling, or I have less chicken, so I actually have 19 pounds of chicken to sell. Technically 18. If you were on the live stream and heard me kind of get up and go to the door, one of my Instagram subscribers, Instagram followers, he hit me up earlier and was like, "Hey man, is there any way where I can come through?" Luckily, I live across the street from his grandmother, so he's like, "Yo, can you put some food over at my grandma's house, and I'll come through and pick it up." So he sent me the money via CashApp. And he's like, "Oh, just take it across the street." And I went across the street before the live stream started, but nobody answered. Yes, Doug, seriously. Yeah, he's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Actually, it might be 3, but still, less than a month. He's had that thing. AJS, how you doing this evening? Kevin! If you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. Quester J has put out like a gentle reminder. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. 4J or John, yes, definitely. I saw you were talking about your anniversary. Unfortunately, you said you had to work. Happy anniversary. How many years has it been, sir? My wife and I I won't say just, we crossed over 15 years. 15. Our anniversary was back in May. All right. So, but these containers, and what I do is there's a C on here. Hopefully the C is right side up. And I mean, I'm a pretty simple dude. If you guys, how many of you guys are following me on Instagram and saw my post earlier today once I finished chicken? Man, 24 years? Woo! Good Lord. Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is great. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Quester J says he's got 30 years. Man, y'all giving me something to aspire to. All right. But, so, I figured out years ago that me putting food into these little pop-up containers, these cups like this, it was easy for me to transport stuff and to move, like to deliver food. And, people got chicken. Okay, hey, I can sell you, a pound of chicken, and it's in a container that you can kind of portion out. So it's not like in a plastic bag or in like a big container that you have to like dole stuff out. So when I travel with food, my Instagram is Steel Drum Smokers. All one word. Steel, STEEL, Drum, DRUM, Smokers, SMOKERS. But earlier tonight, I posted pictures, just like a picture of some cups of the chicken. And later tonight, oh gosh, I'm not looking forward to it. I have a long night ahead of me. Later tonight, I will be posting pictures of the pork. Look for the bull. Oh yeah, I don't have my shirt on, my normal shirt on on today. But yeah, look for the bull with the standing next to the steel drum. Definitely. That is my is it my trademark? I don't know. It's not copyright. I guess it is my trademark. I need to look into trademarking it. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So now, a lot of my friends that go down to Ocean City, like, oddly enough, there was one year before I even checked in to my hotel, I dropped food off in the middle of Coastal Highway. Like I stopped on the side of the road in the middle of Coastal Highway, dropped food off to someone sitting on the side of the road, and it was like epic. It was so epic. And a lot of my friends, my car friends that I've known through my Volkswagen, know they're like, "Oh man, you coming down there? Can you bring us some food?" So I've had people ordering like pulled pork and chicken, and I would bring pretty much food to order, and then I would have just a little extra and sell stuff. Oh, if anybody asked me for it while I was down there. But then it was, I guess, 2 years ago, I actually actively took food and didn't, or like I took some orders, but I was like more or less, hey, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this. You tell me how much of it you want, and I'll put it aside for you. But I'm on a mission to sell. I have 20 pounds of chicken or 19 pounds of chicken to sell, and with the fact that I cooked 52 pounds of pork, I'm probably going to end up with at least 25, maybe 27 pounds of pork to sell. And I'll go down there and I'll sell it basically out of the trunk of the car. And I've already gotten plenty of people who I have to make 2 stops on my way down to Ocean City before I even get to Ocean City. Well, one is outside Ocean City. The other one is one of my friends is like, as soon as you get here, stop at my house first. And I need a couple cups of pork. So that's good. And yeah. But I mean, I fly the barbecue flag off the back of the car, and I write something on the back of the car, like honk if you're hungry. And as I'm driving up and down, people see the barbecue flag, and they're like, "What's up with the barbecue flag?" And I'm like, "Oh, I got food." They're like, "Food, really?" I'm like, "Yo, pull over." So that's all it takes usually. And it's funny, some people are like, "Oh, I don't have any cash." I'm like, "Yo, like last year, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. We saw these dudes standing out in the corner, and I'm driving up, and yep." There you go, Question J. But these dudes are standing out in the corner, and they're like, "Yo, oh man, but we want barbecue, barbecue!" I mean, people yelling out barbecue the whole time I'm down there, the whole weekend. I don't have a name. I'm just, "Hey, you're the barbecue guy." Yep, I sure am. "Hey, you the guy with the meat." Yep. I sure am. But I'll take it. I'll take it. But typically, I'm sold out. I'll go down there on Thursday, and I'm typically sold out by early Saturday morning. And that's a weight, off of my shoulders. That's one less thing for me to have to worry about more or less. And then I can enjoy my time down there. Usually, I take the food down there. It covers the cost of my, we're booked through Home Away, but our hotel stay or our condo, it pays for obviously the food itself, and then it pays for me to eat and drink while I'm down there and anything else I do while I'm down there. And usually I have a little bit of extra in my pocket on the way back. So last year with the proceeds, I ended up buying a newer camera. I upgraded my camera, so that was pretty cool. This year, I really want to upgrade to the newest camera, but that newer camera is $1,000, and I'm not taking enough food down there to clear $1,000. But I take enough to cover my costs for the weekend. I'm not trying to set up shop and draw any negative attention. Let's put it that way. So, but anyway, so those of you guys, Kevin says he bought a Cambro today, slowly turning into me. All right. Well, the Cambro, highly recommend the Cambro if you do not have or do not know what the Cambro is. The Cambro is, and actually, luckily enough for you guys, there's one right there. But that Cambro, that is my smaller Cambro. I have 2 bigger Cambros, but that Cambro actually has the pork in it. I'm hot holding it right now. So as soon as I finish up the live stream, and I'm telling you guys, we're not going to stay on long. I'm probably going to stay on until about 10 o'clock because I probably have another 2 hours of work ahead of me to get this, to get the pork done. Pork pulled, and wrapped up and put in a cup so that I can take it with me, down to Ocean City. So Victor, I saw, how you doing, Victor? Victor, did you take your special guest out fishing yet or no? Where can you buy a Cambro? I can't find them online for some reason. Lou, in the description of the videos, there is links to the updated Cambros on Amazon. You can also look to find them in the Restaurant Depot, but I found the selection at the Restaurant Depot, my Restaurant Depot, a little lackluster. And it seems like they are also, I found or I see more of the styrofoam Cambros, which are like collapsible and easy to store and travel with and are lightweight. I tell you, sorry, and I'm apologizing again. My day started at just shoot. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I was at the smoker at 1 o'clock this morning. The styrofoam ones I feel are they're almost disposable. They're like reusable. They're not like forever. Let's put it that way. So those are the ones that I've seen locally. But if you look in the description of any video in the past year, probably, I have a link to Amazon where you can get the updated version of the Cambros I have. Yes. So Jeff says Cambro works so good it keeps food for so long. I agree. You can hot hold food for hours. Eric, how you doing this evening? Eric says, "What's up? What up?" Going on the Christmas list for sure. Barbecue Grill Masters Empire says that his videos are done on his S8. My S8 actually, no, my S8 got, what happened to that one? My S8 got passed down, or did it get turned in? I think that one got turned in, and, or did it? No. My S8, I don't know. One of the kids got it, I think. If one of the kids didn't get it, then it got turned in. But I'm actually on no. Because I'm on, no, it's the S10. So my S9 went to taste tester number 2. But I can't remember what happened to the 8. Anyway. Lou says his birthday list already has either a Pelican or a Yeti cooler on it. I would say get the biggest one that you can for your money. Yeti coolers, ooh man. All right. Victor says Friday. All right. I figured, Lou. I have fat fingers as well. All right, so Jeff from Out of Order Barbecue says he has a styrofoam style, but it's exactly like the large one I have, but he hasn't used it yet. He says it has screws in it, and you can't just dent it easily. All right, well, that makes me feel a little better. When I see them kind of flat packed and they're like, I'm like, I'll stick to the one that I have. Jimmy, you know what's crazy? I haven't actually. I don't know what's going on in my household, but I have had to deal with 2 pescatarians. Well, actually, it was a vegetarian, a pescatarian. My wife is doing keto, and my older son and I have been kind of eating, not whatever, but I told you guys I don't eat pork. I'm like, so with the fact that my wife has been doing keto, I haven't been putting sauce on things that I'm cooking for us as a family, which is why I haven't been able to use your sauce just yet. And it's like, I don't want to be the only one using sauce, and then she's kind of like, oh, okay, I want to use sauce. Anyway, I haven't used it yet, but let me. Things are gonna calm down, and I'm hoping that they calm down, and then once they calm down, I will be able to get back into the swing of things. I use the one sauce. I'm almost out of the one sauce, but the barbecue sauce I haven't gotten a chance to use that yet. Uh, Uh-oh. Did I miss Eric and Eric coming? Oh yeah, there's Eric Swick. All right. Yeah, he's one of the newer Erics. Lou's funny. He's he's like one of the 37 Erics. There's been lesser Erics in the live stream lately. Smokehouse Syndicate. I'm smoking, man. I'm tired. I've been up since like 1 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 10 o'clock, and I still probably have another 2 hours of work to do, if not longer. Uh, was told by Smokehouse Syndicate says Walmart has coolers that are made by Yeti, but under a different name. He was told by a Yeti rep. I'm trying to think what those coolers are called. Is it Arctic? It might be Arctic. Well, Jimmy, I'm trying to think. If it gets, I won't be able to pick it up because I'm headed out early in the morning, and I won't be back this way until like I won't be able to check the PO box again until Monday. I'll be gone the rest of the weekend. Um, Rich, who you telling? You see, and I'm not done yet. So yeah, Jack and Betty, how you guys doing? Sounds like my family trying to decide where to eat on a trip. Oh my gosh, Jack, you have no idea. Arctic. It's just like RTIC maybe. Oh yeah, and then there's something Ozark Trails as well. Ozark Trail. There's Arctic. No, Arctic is Ozark Trail is Walmart's brand. Arctic is a separate brand that's kind of in between. Big Rome. Dude, I've seen your name, but Barbecue Grill Masters Empire. It's just I don't know. Big Rome ain't wrong. Eric Smith. Question J is keeping Eric count. Thanks, Question J. Uh, Jeff says he has a lifetime brand from Walmart. It was like $97. He said it was well worth it. So, actually, I have to think about it. The normal cooler that I typically take with me to Ocean City, I kind of think that one kind of exploded. I might have to figure something else out to take with me now that I think about it. Um, I know that obviously I have bigger coolers, but I don't want a cooler that's going to take up the entire back seat of my car. The smaller coolers, or the smaller cooler, would allow for me to have someone sit in the back seat and someone to sit in the front seat, so I can kind of sell food and they can hand me the food as we're driving around. Put a special event zone, pulling people over, going 35 plus, 1,000 tickets this year. Coworker said they're pulling people over like crazy. Kirk, I'm aware they pulled that crap last year and 2 years ago. They said that they were going to do it 2 years ago, and they put a special event zone for specific blocks and specific areas. Last year, they just kind of made the entire coastal, anything under like 50th Street, anything under like the convention center, they made a special. Actually, no, it was higher than that because when you came off of the 64th Street Bridge, whatever that route number is, headed south, they had signs up saying special event zones. Now, man, you don't have to try to be like me. Be your own. Don't be like me. Don't be like Mike. Really want a Yeti, but after doing some research, Pelican seems just as good, a little cheaper, and made in USA, and they are true to size. That's what's up. Yep. Oh my gosh, 30 miles per hour. Oh, John, you're making me. Oh, John, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. A Yeti is 45, not 45 quarts. It's 37. Okay. Uh, yeah, the 90 bridge. Jeez, yeah. So I guess it's between 50, which would be First Street, all the way up to 64th Street, which is 90. I don't know why I couldn't remember it was Route 90 or whatever, but dang, on, tap on. Not 30 miles per hour though. Jeez. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Rome. Definitely do. I try to help folks out here and there, but there are some times and some people that they're just beyond help. Can't help everybody. All right, so those of you guys who have, those of you guys who have Cambros and use Cambros, there's also another brand out there that's similar to Cambro. Um, oh man, where's Chuck at when you need him? Chuck, chime in. I know he has some of this other the other brand. It's not Cambro. It's like, uh, I can't remember the name of the brand, but they have a pretty decent reputation as well, and do transportation, food transportation, very well. 589 barbecue says $5 styrofoam and some towels. You've never had to transport food over like Carlisle. That's the one. Thank you, Jeff. Um, you've never had to transport food over a great distance, and a styrofoam cooler uh, and a towel just does not cut it. If you are trying to, keep like a single piece of brisket or something like that, then yes. But transporting food that you need to make sure you keep hot, you definitely want a, one of the food transportation type of warmers. And they get a bad rap being called warmers, and they're not actually warmer because they're passive warming, meaning that if you put something in hot, it will keep the food hot. If you put something in cold, it'll keep the food cold. So here's a little trick that I'll tell you guys. When I bring food home in the afternoons and I know I'm not starting my cook until the evening, what I'll do is I'll pull the Cambro out and I'll put the food into the Cambro and it'll stay cold until I'm about to cook. As opposed to me having to try to find room in the refrigerator or make room in the refrigerator or take food out to my garage and put it into the refrigerator out there, I'll just stuff the Cambro full of whatever it is I am going to be cooking, and food stays cold. It is a beautiful thing, and I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of using the Cambro when I do use it for that. So just, yeah. Manuel, how you doing this evening? Bringing in pans and Cambro and putting in containers once you're here. Now it's I won't say it's easier for me to do it here, but it really is, Kurt. The main problem is if I don't have enough containers, or if I don't want to take more containers than I need, and nah, nope. Eric, so here's the thing. Rick Ross is just a famous person who has a beard. James Harden has a beard. I grow a beard. I have gotten to a point when I started working for myself and I realized that I did not have to shave. I I'll take that back. When I realized I could grow my beard out, I grew my beard out. And I grew my beard out for me. I'm not trying to be anybody else. It's like my lion's mane. A lion grows a mane. And you tell the difference between men and women by facial hair. That's how I always put it that way. A pot of hot water to pre-warm mine. So John makes a very valid point. If you haven't used your Cambro in a while, or your Cambro is cold, you can put warm water into the Cambro to help bring it up to temperature, so that it doesn't, or the food doesn't have to heat up the Cambro. I have done that as well, and it's just not something I do very often. But if I'm going to be filling it to the gills, then yes, I do. I usually put a lot of warm water in the Cambro. Styrofoam coolers drive me crazy with that noise. I lose my mind on trips with them. Jack, you are absolutely correct. So Victor says preheat and pre-chill. Honestly enough, Victor, you don't really have to pre-chill them. I will come in the house after, like yesterday. I came in the house, and after getting I had to get what did I get? 3 units of pork shoulder, and so it was 52 pounds. Of course, the 51 you get the volume discount, so I bought 3, and I did the math while I was standing there in the store. I got 2 that were 16 pounds and 1 that was 20 pounds, and so 52 pounds, which gave me the volume discount. on the pork, and then I had to get the Sam's, and I got some boneless, skinless thighs, and I actually had some boneless, skinless breasts at home already. I thawed those breasts out. This is from a job a while ago where I bought a case of boneless, skinless breasts, and I only used half of the case. I froze the other half, and I've been kind of using the chicken here and there when necessary. So this is big enough cooked for me to pull out that 10-pound bag, use the 10 pounds, mixed it in, everything is good, and bingo bango, all across television. Yo, that squeaky noise on styrofoam coolers is just as bad as like swooshy pants. I don't have stunner shades, man. Prescription glasses for me. So, and I don't need my glasses to read. I need them for distances. So when I'm doing the live stream, I'm actually using my phone to do the live stream, and it's easier for me to read the comments on the screen. So what you can't see, good. Sorry again. The camera is on this side of the screen, and I'm on my finger. You can't see on the other side of the screen, and my hand is just out of frame. And I use it so that I can scroll through the comments. It's actually pretty easy, pretty ingenious. Grown Folks Network, how you doing? Jack is getting fussed at, or excuse me, Kirk is getting fussed at by Jack. Stop it with the squeaking. Jay's Brap and Barbecue, how you doing this evening? Grow a beard winter once in a while, but shaving in summer, change your look. Man, you change your look by what clothes you wear, man. You don't need to change your look, man. I always want to be the bald guy with a beard. That's me. I identify with that. Yes, John. So, Kevin, off topic about what? John says, I have a divider for the one also that keeps the hot side hot and the cold side cold, just like the MCDLT. What's MCDLT? Mick. What? Bring the people that order brisket chicken. How many pounds of raw meat do you say, brother? All right, so for 300 people, usually my recommendation is half a pound per person, and then a 25% overage. You get to do the math on that one. Question, Jay. Yeah, yeah, that was like slab bacon he had. He posted. So if you guys aren't following Drive Crash, he is it Drive Crash on Instagram as well? But I know I'm following him on Instagram, and he posted some thick sliced home cured bacon the other day. I don't even eat it, and I was looking at it like, man, if only it were beef, or if only it were turkey. Man, that was. There's nothing like some good turkey beef or turkey slab bacon, like just a thick slab of it. Rich says he like to keep him guessing. Don't need to keep him guessing, man. Anyway, all right. Well, guys, I told you I'm running on E here, and I still have a couple hours worth of work to do. But I wanted to talk to you guys about transportation just because it's so fresh on my mind. So again, now let me tell you, these cups can be they have a tendency when they're cold, they can be very brittle, which is why I grabbed that one. As with almost all hard plastics, when these sit in the refrigerator for too long, oh my gosh. Sorry. Again, my day started at 1 in the morning. When they sit in the refrigerator for too long, or if they're too close to the freezer pack, if they get jostled around and they're moving around and they crash into one another, they can and will break. Ask me how I know. and that is not a good thing because the plastic, gets into the food and just throw the whole container away. Don't even try to salvage it. It's not worth it. Kevin, okay, Kevin, I said for 300 people, I recommend half a pound of meat per person and a 25% overage. Now, you can figure out exactly how much of a budget they have and divvy up your meats accordingly. Your budget is... Yes, you can, Kirk. We talked about this, man. I might have to go find some and bring it with me. Change my look without my hat. He said he looks his age without his beard, but 25 with it. Oh no, with your hat, not your beard. You're right, Rich. You're right. Smoking Joe, how you doing this evening, sir? Love the Smash Burger video. Yes. Jay, I didn't get a chance to see the Smash Burger video. I saw it this morning, but I was doing other things. Hey, that's what was on. Well, question for you: when you sell meat individually, do you mix the sauce with the meat or put it on the side? It depends. So if I am doing something like this, and this is a prime example, if I'm doing chicken or pork, I do mix a little sauce in with the chicken or pork, unless specifically requested not to. And then what I will do is I'll put a little dollop, and it's just a little dollop, and I try to squeeze the air out. I'll put a little dollop on top, just so people can mix it in and have a little bit more. It's an appearance thing. Most people, I don't know. It's an appearance thing. Is it necessary? No, but more people prefer it than people don't want it. So I do what the masses ask for, and it makes it easier for me to sell stuff. Like, I do get requests, and people do ask me, "Hey, do you have any without sauce?" And if you tell me that you want something without sauce on it before I sauce it or before I finish cooking it, then I can put it aside for you specifically. But if I'm cooking in general, I'm gonna say everything. I do not sauce brisket. I do sauce my beef ribs and my baby back ribs. Again, it's just a simple request. Hey, I want a rack of ribs, but I don't want any sauce on them. Okay, no problem. And I will, like I said, I will not sauce them accordingly. Jeez. Johnson, you're gonna do bacon, and more bacon. Well, thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm definitely gonna have a good time down there. Definitely. Eric, I'm good, man. Every now and again, entrepreneurship has its, this is all part of, and this is why there's no video for tomorrow. And I'm just gonna apologize now. I started editing the video and I was falling asleep, and I could not do it. I could not edit the video, so you'll have to wait. Yeah. Find a vacuum sealing works best for storing foods. Yes, Joe. So, but the problem with vacuum sealing, and I agree with storing foods and/or if I'm going to be shipping, but this is just going to be. These containers will not last for longer than 48 hours. So vacuum sealing, and I have, like, just to put this into perspective, these are half-pound containers, and I have 19 pounds of chicken that I'm going to be taking to me for an event, and I have probably 25 to 27 pounds of pork that I'm going to be taking with me to this event that I'm doing this weekend. Not an event I'm doing, but to this destination I'm headed to. And I sell food, I sell food out of the trunk of the car, and I sell food to my friends that are down there that know I do barbecue and specifically ask me to bring food for them. So, I mean, somebody's going to pay money for food. I might as well get some of the money to me. Come to me. I'm doing food. Why not? These are also, portioned, basically. It makes it easier for people to, all right, I'm like this one guy who orders food. It's him and his friends. He orders 10 cups of chicken. And this has been a standing order. This is the second year in a row. He's like, yo, put 10 cups of chicken aside for me. and meet me down there on Friday. So I'll take him his food on Friday, and they, you know, they eat for 2 days the chicken. Um, they make different meals and other things like that. So cool. Kirk is getting his lamb. You guys can't see. So Jay, you know what's crazy? I wanted to do something specific for Jimmy, but come to find out, he's not even going to be there this year. At least if he is going to be there, they haven't made mention about it. But I saw Steph comment on someone's Instagram post. So last year we met. When I met them, they were with some other people, and the other people they were with, you know, I followed them on Instagram, and they followed me back and all that stuff. So I won't say remain close, but you know, I see their interactions. I see, you know, them talking to them all throughout the year, basically. So the one of the girls in one of the couples, she's already down there. They're down there, like her and her boyfriend are down there. And Steph is like, sadly, we're not gonna make it. Oh man. So I'm kind of glad I didn't do anything special or specific, but I don't know. They could pop up and surprise everybody and be down there. Try to go live if you can. Would enjoy chilling with you a little bit. Sure will, Rich. Definitely. That is my plan for sure. There will not be a regularly scheduled video for tomorrow, and I know already that my cell service is going to suck because there's going to be so many people down there that most likely the live stream might not be very effective. But I will try to do live streams. If you guys remember, I did live stream or two last year while I was in traffic. I don't know if I'll necessarily do a live stream while driving, but I might do a live stream, and if I have a passenger, they can read the comments or something like that. Zaxby's. I've never been to Zaxby's, if I'm saying that correctly. Just put up that 10-hour loop. I wish, man. You know, it's actually a lot, a lot harder to do a 10-hour loop video, especially considering like that loop was only like 30 seconds, and I took that 30-second loop and I turned it into 10 hours. There was a lot of copying and pasting. Yeah, Joe. Old video made it a car show. Well, the car show was a little different. I've done car shows in the past, and there is an actual show aspect, but this is more just hanging out, get-togethers, you know, cruising, if you will. But a lot of my car friends go down there because it's like a big car destination weekend. Um, so, yeah, yeah. But like I said, a lot of my friends know I do barbecue. That's how they know me or know of me. And they ask me to bring food, so it's easier for me to bring them in these containers than vacuum sealing. And it's also way more cost effective. Vacuum seal bags now, if I'm sending food to someone, like if I'm sending food to my aunt, I'll vacuum seal those bags because that boom. As soon as you take it out, and like I'll even vacuum stuff while it's still hot, and there's no adverse effects on it whatsoever. Hey, Rome, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But see, Rome just I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to get used to it, but I'm still gonna call you Barbecue Grill Masters Network Empire. Just every now and again, you know, yeah. Eric, thank you very much, sir. He says good night all. He has an early start in the morning. Good luck. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I gotta get up in the morning too. I gotta take the kids to school, and then once I be on my way. Oh yeah, definitely, Jay. I definitely will. Um, hey, Smoking Bears, man. Thank you very much, man, for hanging out. Appreciate it. Put in touch with the car club. Catered forward and room for the deep. Just in this chapter, others supposed to be there. Probably quickly with them. Well, Kurt, please, yeah, let them know. Let them know. Definitely get in touch with me. You have my number. I'll meet them wherever. Busy right now. California, some other stuff. I'm doing a lot of traveling. Probably just doesn't have time or energy to do this. He is a Volkswagen guy at heart. Volkswagen German car guy at heart. So, and Brian B Hall, man, I know B Hall definitely is a Volkswagen guy. He and I last year hit it off, and we talked cars for quite a while. Um, so I would love to see B Hall come down, and if I saw Brian, and not only did he and I talk like cars, we talked barbecue too. So that was pretty cool. But if they can come down, then dope. If they can't, then I'll see them next year. But I was hoping. Um, it kind of sucked. Like one year, TJ Hunt came out for H2O, and wherever he was, I was on the opposite end of the city, and it just never panned out. Ocean City is a big place. It's big and it's small at the same time. Like if you are one person and you are one block off of Coastal, no one would see you. Like the whole time you could be down there. But then there's some people that just they are that flashy and that outgoing or that boisterous or whatever you want to call it, and people see them. Like they get seen, or people want to be seen, for sure. All right, no worries, Rich. Thanks a lot. Rome, have a good one. Trying Uncle Steve's shake. No, I have not. But I see you keep cooking with it. I have to look into it. Yes, Kirk, you're absolutely right. The March of Bananas is going to happen on Saturday night. They're going to be meeting up at dumpsters and walking north. Usually, I'm close enough where I still see them. So, and then one of my friends last year was a part of the March of Bananas. My friend is like 6'6", so I definitely spotted him last year. I think in the video, I'm like, Louis, can't miss him. So, brother, man, I don't know, man. I don't think that Scirocco, those old Volkswagens, man, they woo, over engineered to a fault. But that, like, he wanted to take it to whatever show they wanted to go to early in September, and that never happened. And it just seems like, excuse me, they're doing other things, unfortunately. Oh man, I wish I could say I don't know what that feels like, but I definitely do. Like my car, I get my car washed almost every day. Problem is, I go through an automatic wash, and automatic wash puts swirls in the car. And today, I really wanted to wax the car really good, but it just didn't happen. Not in the car. So what I'll do is I'll take the stuff down there with me, and if I get an opportunity to wax the car, I will. But that might not happen. I just have to send you the extra bottle I have. Well, Jay, man, you definitely don't need to do anything like that. I'm just appreciative. I have to go ahead and find it myself. Where'd you order it from, if you don't mind me asking? Because this is one of those things too. I'm gonna say I don't like trying new stuff, but my wife and kids like the things that I do currently. So like, even though, like, with my wife, one day I made steaks, and I used a different seasoning, and she's like, and I said, well, what's wrong? So you don't like the steak? She said, no, I like the steak. She said, but it's just different. I'm like, yeah, and that's bad? She's like, no, it's not bad. She's just like, my ride home, you told me you were making steak, so I was expecting this, and then I got that, and it just wasn't what I was expecting. So she was left a little disappointed. So now, does that stop me from trying different things? No, it just stops me from trying different things for everyone. Like, I might even want to try it, or I'll try a piece and then I'll have it, and I'm saying, hey, you could try this piece, and okay, if you like it, then I'll cook with this again or next time. Oh, excuse me. All-wheel drive Mark 1 Rabbit, but he's almost done with it. Well, that sounds pretty dope, man. I like old cars, but I don't like old cars. Like, there's a guy that, again, another one of these guys who just so happened to be standing. We were standing in front of Tony Luke's. Whoa, Jeff! Thank you, sir, for the donation. Barbecue 951 says been there. Barbecue pit dog. I sent my way to try it. It's amazing. All right. I know. I remember seeing you thank him for that, but I didn't know if he kind of just put you onto it or if he sent it to you. I didn't remember. Sorry. The comment I was trying to. So Jay, what's funny? You talk about a Mark One Rabbit. Like I like old cars because they're dope. They're just old and simple. But I don't like old cars because they're old and they're simple. If you understand what I'm saying. So there's a guy that I sold food to 2 years ago now. He was standing at Tony Luke's and they were getting ready to go into Tony Luke's and he was talking. And I'm like, yo, I got food right here. You don't need to go into Tony Luke's. Don't spend your money on that, in there. I got some barbecue. So he's like, you got barbecue in the car? I'm like, yeah. He's like, say no more. He's from New York, right? He's like, say no more. He's like, I'm from Yonkers. So he's like, say no more. So comes over to the car and he was like, all right, I need 6 of them. I need 4 of them. All right, how much is that? I'm like, okay, dude, big guy, right? Big guy. He talking about there was like 6 of them, 6 to 8 people in his house, like that they were staying at. So, all right, Uncle Steve's Shake.com. All right, so he bought food. Then he sends a friend or two of his. He buys food. Yo, between them, they bought like a quarter of all of the food that I had, just between the 5 or 6 of them. And I was like, holy cow. So then he's like, yo, man, next year, let me know ahead of time when you're coming down and everything like this. We'll kind of place an order ahead of time. So last year, he more or less did. He's like, when I get down there, I'll let you know. Put all of this aside for me. No problem. Makes it much easier for me. Much less yelling I have to do out of the car. Flagging people down, all of those things like that. So I'm like, I'm with it. So, but I mean, just talking to people, it really, you sell food. But he had a Mark One cabriolet. So, but he's like, man, he's bigger than I am. He's probably 6'3", 6'4", and he's about the same size I am. And he's driving this little teeny car, man, lowered Mark One cabriolet. And I'm like, dog, I'm not gonna fit in there. He's like, sit in the car. I sit down in the car. It was so comfortable and spacious. I was like, I get it now. Like I looked up at him. I was like, I get it. I like this. He's like, the only bad thing is like 4-speed. I had to chuckle. I laughed so hard. It's like, you're not getting anywhere fast in that thing. He drove down, like I said, from New York to Ocean City, Maryland. Anyway, all right, guys, I am done. I have to finish pulling pork and get them portioned in cups. So, anyway, if you could, or if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button. I apologize for this live stream being shorter than normal. Hopefully, you guys understand. It's been a long day, and I'm still not done. Smokehouse Syndicate, thank you very much, sir, for popping on and hanging out. All of you guys, thank you very much. Be on the lookout for some live streams at odd times. I'm going to try to make up for the lack of a video for tomorrow with some live streams over the weekend. I will be down in Ocean City from tomorrow until early Sunday morning, and then Sunday morning I'm going to be getting up and driving from Ocean City, Maryland to Atlantic City for the actual car show. And, like I said, we can kind of go from there. So, night, everybody. Mr. Hockett, Quester J, Jack, and Betty, thank you very much. I sure will be safe. I always try to be safe. Kurt, looking forward to seeing you on Friday, sir. If not tomorrow afternoon or evening. Just let me know. You know the math. Just let me know. I did 3 hours last week. You're right. So I guess that kind of averages out. 3 hours, 1 hour averages to 2 hours. So, the normal 2 hours. It wasn't last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Definitely, Jeff. Peace to you too, sir. All right, John. Thank you very much for hanging out. Yeah, man, I hit 13,000 earlier this week. I just wish it would, like, I could see the progression a little more. Those the abbreviated numbers are throwing me off. Anyway, thanks again. I'm really out. I got a date. I have a date with that Cambro and some pulled pork. All right, guys. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.